of the truck while I am here. We gotta go live right now. Um, so this is something brought to my attention. Um, some of my friends who started their own YouTube channel have been experiencing hate. Hate comments, whatever. And I'm gonna be honest. There's no need for the hate. You know, they came to me, asked if they should start a YouTube channel. I told them about it. I said, yes, do it. You know, I've been helping them with it. But there's no need for y'all to sit there and be going around hating on people for what reason. I have no idea. Don't sit there and hate on people you don't even know, especially if you anywhere younger from myself or anybody that they are, bro. Like, there's no need for people to be hating. You feel me? Like, I understand, it's online, social media, people gonna hate, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, we're all human, you feel me? Humans are gonna do human shit. Now, I'm not saying y'all, because, y'all gotta love me, like, I gotta love for y'all, you feel me? I'm not saying the Savage Crew isn't hating on me, but I'm saying, like, people who don't follow my friends, my personal friends here in the States, here in New York, like, if y'all gonna sit there and hate on people that you don't even know who are younger than you, or who are not even just younger than you, who are older than you, you know, that you shouldn't be on social media to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And for those in the chat right now, so I'm not even focused on the chat and everything. I'm just came out to, do this personal message, because this is from what I'm getting told, this is what I've been seeing. If you're gonna sit there and attack me, actually I should say that, it's one thing to attack me, but nobody's giving me shit or whatever. But all I'm saying is, it's one thing to sit there and attack me, okay? Okay, cool, fine, whatever. Because as whoever's watching knows, I've been doing this YouTube shit for 12, 13 years. You feel me? But to start attacking people that's been doing this shit for a couple of months to a year, 2 years, maybe at most 3 years, y'all really need to sit there and get a life. If you just gonna sit there, if you anywhere from the age range of 15 to 20 or 15 to 24, 25, you gonna sit there and hate on somebody else you don't even know, so y'all need to get a life. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get yourself some money. Go do what you gotta do. Go listen to mommy and daddy if you're gonna sit there and do all that extra shit. You know. So next time I hear somebody's hating on one of my people, one of my friends, you know what I'm saying? Then you need to get a life. Because if not, then shit. There's gonna be some serious, serious issues. You know, like I said, if you're gonna say that act really fake, leave hate comments, leave hate messages in people's DMs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, go take that shit somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, go do that shit somewhere else. Because you know what? At the end of the day, people like me, and people like Nathan, Craig, Simon, Gemma, we do this content creation shit on a daily basis. You know, we do this shit on a daily basis. Shit, we do this shit because this is something that we love to do. And I understand. People hate it. That shit comes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's no need for y'all to sit there and take it to people who just started out on this shit, who's still brand new to this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, because that shit. How would you? And I'm gonna ask this rhetorical question and shit like that. And I want the people who's gonna watch the replay, who's continuously watching right now. If y'all gonna sit there, hate on somebody, what would you do or say if somebody did that shit to your mother, your father, your sister, your nephews, your nieces, your own kids, and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Your shit don't even like it. You know what I'm saying? Like your ass would have liked if somebody else hated on your ass. You know, but at the end of the day, like Craig just said, fuck the haters. You gotta ignore them bitches. You know, at the end of the day, real's being real. You know, at the end of the day, you know, you just gotta do what you want to do. You gotta do what's best for you. But if you at the end of the day, you just gonna be arrogant. You just gonna sit there and hate for what? Because you want to be a spiteful little prick. And I know I'm gonna get freaking age restricted for this shit. Love you too, Mr. Intense. But at the end of the day, people still gonna hate. At the end of the day, but there's no reason to hate on people you don't even know. At the end of the day, you know, you just gotta focus on you. Be more loving, be more caring. Be more passionate. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what the fuck that person could be going through at the end of the day. Real being real. Let's be honest with the shit. You know, and I'm talking from experience. Getting shitted on every single day because of the simple fact that people ain't like me. And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck who hates on me. At the end of the day, I just sit here where I'm at now, do what I gotta do, uploading what I love to do best to YouTube. Doing these live streams for people. Doing solo live streams, doing live streams with people like Brian, Gemma, Craig, whoever. Doing the Savage Saturday show like I just did. Fucking hopped off from doing 4 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I love doing this type of shit. And for people to sit there, continuously show hate, that just goes to show y'all got no life. If you just gonna sit there and dish out hate constantly and constantly doing it, you know, like at the end of the day, just stop the fucking hate with this shit, bro. Like, alright, I'm done ranting. Let me get off this shit.